What's going on, y'all? Hope you're having a great day, morning, or evening, depending on the day, time you're watching this video. It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook, and y'all read the title, man. This simple support resistance trading strategy made my student $5,000 in one day. Now, it's your first time on the channel. Welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we also live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 a.m. EST on this very same channel. We also have a free signal, free Telegram. There's the first link in the description. This is how we did last month, October. We caught a total of 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the month 32.5, giving us an 86% win rate. Now, this is how we did last quarter. July, we went 34 wins, 3 losses. August, we took 45 wins, 7 losses. And in September, we took 27 wins, 4 losses, catching 105,389 pips July, 219,708 pips in August, and 16,634 pips in September, giving us a total of 341,731 pips caught, 323,385 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the quarter, 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us an 88% win rate. Every trade posted has the date, the time the trade was posted, my personal entry, SL, TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Now let's get straight into this video. So I have a few other videos going over support resistance, but this one's going to be going over not just how it works, but the rules that I use to use this to help catch moves like this on a weekly and daily basis. Now, if you don't understand what support resistance is basically the cheat code to how the charts work. If you don't know, the charts aren't just randomly doing stuff. There's a literal script and rules price has to follow and follows to the T every single day. So the more you're on the charts, the more you pay attention and understand how price moves, the easier it is you're going to be able to read the charts on a daily basis. You literally can only improve. And it's very, very, very simple. We're going to break it down into 3 steps. Of course, here's the receipt right here. You see my boy, you sent a screenshot of him making $5,165, saying practice makes perfect. So now we're going to break this down. So the first thing you have to understand is that there's support and resistance levels on literally every time frame. But just because the support resistance levels on every time frame does not mean you need to jump onto the smallest time frame. That's not even how you're supposed to properly scalp. There's a lot of videos out there where you see people on these 15-second charts, these 1-minute charts, these 5-minute charts. And the reason why a lot of those win rates are super low, but the risk reward is high, is because it's a lot riskier because you're not actually going with the flow of price. You're basically trying to beat price to the chase, right? For example, if you're on a smaller time frame and price looks like it just shot up to the upside, in reality, it only went up 2 pips, but because you're on a smaller time frame, it looks like it shot up 20 pips or 100 pips, right? And then you wonder why out of nowhere price was going up for, again, 1 or 2 minutes, and then it shot down and went the opposite direction. Now, I just posted a video last week going over how to identify reversals, so make sure to check that out. It just popped up on the top left, top right side of your screen. It's very important to understand how to identify reversals as well as how to identify the trend. I have a playlist going over a bunch of different videos on, day trading tips and all that. So I highly recommend checking that out after this video. So once you understand that the support resistance levels on every time frame, you need to identify them on the bigger time frame because that's how price moves. Price moves on a day-by-day, week-by-week, month-by-month basis. There's a reason why when you look up stocks or crypto, they don't pull up a 5-minute chart. They show you a 4-hour, a daily chart, a monthly chart, or a weekly chart, or sometimes a yearly chart, because that's how price moves. It's important to understand what price is doing at the exact moment, but it's more important to understand what price is doing and where it's going overall. The smaller time frames only explain what's happening at that moment. The bigger time frames tell you what price is doing overall and what direction it has planned going the rest of the week. That's why when you're in the free signal, free Telegram, the Sunday chart analysis I drop, I can literally drop that at the beginning of the week, Sunday night, and predict what price is going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The reason why I'm able to predict what price is going to do the entire week on the beginning of the week is because I understand how price works and I'm looking at things on a bigger time frame. So now that brings us into number 2. You want to enter buys off support, sells off resistance. Again, you want to enter buys off support, sells off resistance. Now, the reason why you want to enter buys off support is because, let me just show you something, right? So we had this GJ trade, price was consolidating, and in order for price to continue to push up, it needs to treat the level as support, right? So when we go into a smaller time frame, we can see how when price hits this level and treats as support, it bounces, right? And you see when price broke this level and treated as support, it bounced, then pushed price to the upside. So you want to use the flow of price as well as the support resistance levels to help you give that momentum and an extra push in your favor. So this is one thing I tell my members and students all the time. There's only 3 things you control when it comes to trading: when you enter a trade, when you exit a trade, and how much you risk per trade. You do not control the charts in the markets, which is all the more reason why it's important to understand what the charts in the markets are doing and why you want to go with the flow of price. Because think about it. If you're going with the trend, you're entering buys over an uptrend, sells over in a downtrend, and you're entering sells off resistance levels, buys off support, you literally have all the odds in your favor, right? That's why whenever we trade, the only time we lose trades is when there's a lack of volume or if we get caught in a reversal and trend change, right? That's why our win rate is so high, because we go with the flow of price. We're not trying to beat price to the chase, and we already know what direction price is going. So then we just have to wait for our confirmations. Then that brings us into the next thing. A strong support level could also be a strong resistance level. We clearly see here how price was treating this level as a support. Volume came in, broke below, is now treating as a resistance. We look at this level where we enter this sell at. We see how price is treating this level as a resistance. We look to the left, we see that price was also treating this level as resistance a week before that. But when we look even further, we see the same level was being respected and treated as a support. So again, if these levels can be both support and resistance levels, that's why, again, you need to understand what trend we're in and go with the flow of price. That way you have a higher likelihood of these levels going and panning out in your favor. Just like right here, this was being treated as a resistance level. We look at right now. Okay, let's actually look at right now. We look at right now. This resistance level was being treated as support. Now, of course, it's retracing right now, but you can see clearly how these levels can be treated as support, then turn back to resistance. You see how this level was a resistance. Now it's being treated as support. Then it got turned back into a support. So again, all these levels can be both support and resistance levels. Let me show you another example. Look at GU right here. You see what was catching these sells, price clearly treating this level as a resistance. We look to the left, when the trend changed, the same resistance level is now being treated as a support. So if you do not understand how to identify the trend, I highly recommend pausing this video and watching what that just popped up in the top left, top right of your screen. Because again, if we're trading, that means we're trading based on what? The chart. So it's important to understand what the charts are doing. And that brings us into the last and final step and tip. You want to wait for confirmations. The reason why you want to wait for confirmations and not breakout trade is because, again, we do not control the market. So you want to do everything you can to make sure the trade you're taking has the highest likelihood of going in your favor, right? Every trade I take, I believe in my mind is going to go my way. And the reason why I have that confidence is because, again, I'm going with the flow of price. I'm entering support resistance levels, and then I'm also waiting for confirmations. Look at this example right here. Price broke this level, but after the retest, it failed to hold this level as support. Imagine if I would have took this trade and not waited for that retest. I would have took an unnecessary loss, versus when price pushed back up and we see price holding this level as support. That's why I had a higher likelihood of it going in my direction in favor, which is why I made money off this trade. And that's why also this move was a lot bigger than this previous move, right? Let me show you another example. Imagine if I try to go for buys here, didn't wait for the retest, would have took an unnecessary loss. Imagine if I went for buys here again, didn't wait for the retest, would have took an unnecessary loss. And then guess what? Price tanked to the downside after that. So because I waited for those confirmations, I didn't take any trades here. And after I saw price break this level, I waited for the retest, then took a trade here. So it's very important to wait for those confirmations. You should never be in a rush to take a trade. You should never be in a rush to put your hard-earned money into the markets for no reason. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal room through Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, my signal room services, or my mentorship programs, go ahead and hit those links in the description. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. Advanced Play Signal Room, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free signal room, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible sales going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now, I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now, all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now, I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the Advanced Play Signal Room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long, but you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded in an hour long and they're sent to you the same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.